What's going on, everybody? This is Hassan with the Eastern Fighter. I know I haven't made a video in forever, so I decided to make one on the way to a practice today. So yeah, it's actually probably been several years thinking about it since I actually made a video where I'm speaking to you guys. So a lot has changed over the past years, all for the positive. For one, I got married last year, so that was awesome. Another huge change in my fighting career is for the past 3 years now, I've been an Eastern Kingdom Unbelt Champion. So that's an enormous honor that they bestow on the top 30 unbelted fighters for the Eastern Kingdom. And I mean, the guys that I had to compete against to get to that position are just beyond amazing. My fight brothers and sisters are just unbelievable. They're unreal fighters. So yeah, a lot of great stuff has happened. We had 3 really good Penzics. The East solidly won this past year. There's always talk on numbers. Supposedly we outnumbered them by 200. Supposedly they outnumber us. But it always looks even when you're out there on the field. There's only certain times when you're really looking across and going, holy fuck, you know, that other side looks deep. Or vice versa. Holy shit, they look real thin. But our mid-realm cousins fought valiantly, and it's always a pleasure to fight them and meet them afterwards and have the conversations that we do pertaining to the fights and, you know, the general real honorable conversations. Also, the mid-realm for the past, I would say, 2 years now, off the top of my head consecutively, have hosted a dinner in honor of the Unbelt champions. Now, I think this is actually a really, really, really great thing that they've done. Their Majesties of Mid-Realm put it on, and it's in Mid-Realm Royale at Penzic. And for those of you who have never seen it, it's just a very beautiful camp. And the Mid-Realm, I have to say, they're very big into the pageantry and the facade that we attempt to all portray as far as being as period as possible. So it's a really great camp to hold a dinner to. Actually had a taco dinner this past year, and I don't think it was last year. I think it was actually the following year that we did another one. Yeah, it was. It wasn't last year. It was the following year. So there was 2. It wasn't consecutive. My apologies. But it was. It's a really good time, you know, and it's pretty cool to kind of, you know, have the conversations of like, hey, you know, I like your garb, we're great fights. You know, there's a lot of guys, especially nowadays, that do the online thing. I remember when I first started the Eastern Fighter, there wasn't a lot of guys that were actually going out there and women that were doing vlogs or doing blogs or anything of that nature. And now they're all over the place, which is great. The ideology that I had behind starting the Eastern Fighter all those years ago finally came into fruition, and you know, now we have individuals from all over the known world making videos and tutorials and just vlogs just like this discussing their SEA, and I think it's awesome. You know, I think it's a really cool experience for everybody, and it's really going to change the game, especially in the 21st century. There's a whole brand new generation of people that are extremely computer savvy, and I feel that if we miss this opportunity to reach out to everybody via social media, we're going to be at a huge loss. We're going to be at a huge loss as a society, and, you know, naturally, we want to keep prospering and growing. There's been a lot of rumor that the numbers have been dwindling down, etc., and I don't know if that's necessarily the case. I just know that there's a lot of new blood. Right now I'm actually driving to my Shire's practice Our practices are held in Middletown, at the Middletown, New York, that is, at the YMCA. There's going to be, I think, today, approximately 3 or 4 guys, maybe 5, that are going to actually be in armor. Sometimes we have 8 to 10. Several weeks we'll have visiting chivalry come through from either, the east or, Ethelmark, our neighboring kingdom. So that has grown exponentially since we've actually spoken last. The Shire's practices are actually something. Trying to think, what else? I don't know. There's been a lot of really good changes, a lot of good things. So yeah, the reason why I'm putting this up is because just before one of the bridge battles, I was actually approached by, I believe it was one of the Lost Boys at Pennsic, and I have a completely different kit than when I really avidly made these videos. But apparently he recognized me and said, "Hey Hassan, when are you putting up the next video?" And it really shocked me because I wasn't, accustomed to people just calling me out based on my videos. So I said, I'm going to be putting one up soon. Now, I have put up some videos in the past from fight practices, I would say possibly, I don't even know anymore. Maybe the past year, I think. But just sporadically, extremely sporadically. These videos were not taken by me. They were taken by our chronicler, Kat. So I don't know. It's kind of hard because she puts them up on Facebook, and to move them from Facebook to YouTube, I used to have a website that would allow me to extract videos off of YouTube for those purposes, which is when I was starting to put those up. That site has since been terminated for the obvious reasons. So now it's going to be a matter of either bringing my own camera or waiting until I can find another website to kind of pull those videos from. So yeah, so that's kind of what's been going on for the past several years. If you guys are actually still watching, let me know in the comments down below. I want to see if this channel is actually still viable, if it's something that people actually want to see, and if that be the case, I'd love to talk, obviously. So give me some suggestions as to what you guys want to hear about. Do you guys want to hear about some places to get some really amazing armor? Do you guys want to hear about some techniques? Do you guys have questions pertaining to, on the topic of techniques? Do you guys want to have the conversation about melee? Do you guys want to have the conversation about singles? So just leave some comments down below and let me know exactly what you guys are looking into, and I would be more than honored to put up some of those videos. Yeah. So in service to the Eastern Kingdom, this is Hassan of the Eastern Fighter. Until next time.